Good morning. Let's see, let's see, let's see. Just waiting. I hope this works. So far we got nobody. Oh! All right, good morning, friends! It's our last Monday Motivation Live of the year. Hi, Andy. Hi, Janae. Let me know on Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook that you can hear me and see me. Tell me hello. Andy, I know you're in Oklahoma, right? Tell me, you guys, where you're watching from. Lachelle, good morning. Good to see you again. I know you were here a couple times throughout this series. Hi, Kelly. Hi, Jennifer. Okay, so it looks like Facebook. Can you guys hear me? I can see your comments coming in. YouTube, hello. YouTube, the comments are harder for me to see, so sorry if I miss some on YouTube, you guys. Okay, Indiana, Kelly can hear me. Hi, Shemet. Oh, that's a cool name, Shemet. Hey, Jamie, Waco, Texas. Awesome. Okay, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Hi, Dawn on YouTube. You guys, I'm so excited. First of all, I wanted to show everyone this cute shirt. This is a shirt that my mom got me. How cute is that? I know I don't often wear red. Okay, it's very off-brand. It clashes with my hair. I don't own any red lip stuff, but I wanted to wear it because my mom got it for me and it's so cute. Also, I wanted to wear it because, guys, this is like flowy lycra material, and a few months ago, I would not have been caught dead in this kind of material. So, hashtag losing weight. Okay, so love the curls. Thank you. I am working, if you guys haven't been following along, there is a huge, I cannot understate how big or overstate how big my January 1st video is. On New Year's Day, we got a new video coming out. And I've been working on it, so I was doing a video shoot yesterday. I'm doing a video shoot today for that video on New Year's Day. You guys are going to absolutely die. So that's why my hair looks better than usual. And I still haven't even fixed it. I gotta do a little bit more before, y'all, the camera for this New Year's Day video is like real, like they make movies with it. Where, you know, your girl normally is doing her videos on her iPhone, okay? So I had to take my hair up a notch. Anyways, y'all, I'm so excited this morning to have our last Monday Motivation Live. A lot of you have said that you enjoy being live with me. People who have been setting goals publicly week to week and talking with me each week about how it's been going have really enjoyed it. So I think I'm going to keep this going back in January. I think the first Monday in January is what, like the 7th or 8th maybe? So we'll start again, and as long as you guys keep watching, we'll keep doing live Monday Motivation. So before we get into today's topic, which is setting goals and getting yourself planned for 2019, having a great start to the year, you know, sort of everything we've been talking about all along, but we've sort of been talking about December. Last week we talked about how to enjoy December and start planning ahead for January at the same time, right? Any of you were here last week. Did you take some time? My challenge last week was to just take a few hours, a pocket of time throughout your week to start planning for January so that you don't start your year on January 8th, okay? So I hope that you did that. January 7th, thank you, Jamie. Good looking out. So January 7th, I don't want you to wait until that Monday to start your year, right? We have this like holiday hangover, and we haven't said our word for the year, and we haven't gotten focused, and I don't want that for you guys. I don't want that for you. Everyone says, good morning, love hearing from you. Whitney says, yay. I'm assuming that's about me continuing these live on Mondays. So guys, before we talk about planning for 2019, I did just want to tell you that obviously it is just crazy time, right? We're just at the last week, and I just wanted to tell you to stay strong in like maintaining whatever sanity looks like for you, like we talked about last week. Just continuing to do what you actually want at the level which you want to do it. Like one of my friends was saying, she no longer sends out Christmas cards and she loves it. It's like the best decision she ever made in her life to quit with the Christmas card madness, and she's done ski, right? Whatever boundaries you're putting in place to love this last couple weeks of the year, let's stay strong in those. Okay, so now talking about January, you guys. Here's what I think is interesting and what might be a little bit different. Now, if you follow motivational people online, obviously they all talk about the same things, like setting SMART goals. Y'all know what that means? S-M-A-R-T. SMART, measurable, attainable, realistic, time-bound. Oh, hey, first try, I remembered all 5 of those. Winner. It's as if I've spent over 4,000 hours studying success and motivation. Guys, so if you look at all those people, there's lots of different methods. I really like Michael Hyatt. He talks about how to set yourself up for your best year ever. I really like, if you have a small business, if you're doing online marketing, I really suggest you check out Amy Porterfield. She has a whole planning system for how to plan out your year. But I will say, you know, you guys, I do things different, right? And all of those people are huge already. They're huge. They have teams and they're doing all this stuff, and they have really, you know, big thriving businesses. Michael Hyatt was CEO of a huge company before he started his now smaller company that is growing, right? And that's just not the same as a mompreneur who has 2 kids with her at home, who's trying to grow her side hustle, or maybe you're just wanting to start writing again, right? All of those things are just a little bit different. So here's what I wanted to tell you about the year. Should you do a word for the year? You know, should you be planning out your entire year right now? I'm just gonna give you what I think based on studying all these other people and then my own life and talking to a lot of other hustlers, side hustlers, mompreneurs, okay? I think that you should, the key is, this is from one of my interviews, Deborah Bednar-Clark said this, ruthlessly prioritize. Y'all, we don't have a personal chef. We do not have teams of assistants, okay? We do not have, I mean, maybe you do. Maybe you're starting to hire those people, and that's awesome. But even with them, you're the one in charge of telling them what to do, are you not? Okay? Ruthlessly prioritize. That's what I want you to think about. I hope between now and January 1st, you do set your word for the year and you figure out some big goals for the year. Last year, if you watched my live streams at the end of the year, we talked about making sure you're addressing all the areas of your life, okay? Faith, fun, fitness, family, friends, future, finances. Again, I remembered all 7 right off the bat. Wait, did I say faith? Maybe there's 8. All the areas of your life, okay? Because we tend to think about career or finances or family and neglect the rest. And then that's when things start to, you like wake up on March 1st and you're like, oh my gosh, we've been crushing it with all these other things and we are somehow have $10,000 in credit card debt. Hey, where did that come from? Right? Because you neglected one area. Now that starts to seem overwhelming, am I right? Because you're like, I just wanted to like set a weight loss goal and maybe a goal for work, and that's it. I'm out, peace. And I get that. I understand that it's overwhelming, but here's what I recommend. We look at all the areas of our life, and then instead of trying to do whole things for the entire year, you can, if you have big balls and you're very aggressive, okay? But what I'm doing is I'm looking at the first quarter of the year. I'm looking at all the areas of my life, and then I'm going to ruthlessly prioritize using the stone analogy or rocks. Y'all know what I'm talking about? If you're trying to fill and get the most things as you can into a pitcher. Y'all all heard this in high school, right? If you're gonna fill a pitcher, you have to put the big rocks in first and then you pour in the little rocks, right? Thank you, Kelsey. I know that story, right? That's what you're saying. But here's the thing, we forget to do that in a practical, actual way. So what I'm gonna do is I'm looking at the first quarter of the year, and I've started doing this. Yes, Jamie says the big rocks of life. I feel like that should be a little song. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna look at January, February, or March. For me, someone who works online and puts out many videos a week, by March, my entire everything, so much could change For me, it doesn't make sense to go past March. I'm always auditioning, I'm always applying, I'm always doing all this stuff. So everything is constantly changing. For you, you might be able to go for a whole year, or you might be able to do 6 months, and it might make more sense for your business or whatever your goal is. If you're just working on finishing a book, you could definitely do 6 months and figure out how much writing would you have to do each month, right? But let's use that example. Let's say you want to finish your book this year. You've got a novel or you're writing a nonfiction book, and you are gonna, dadgummit, get it done in 2019, right? By the way, I do have a new ebook out, plug, so you can order that. It's getting a real life guide to getting and staying motivated when everything sucks and you want to crawl in a hole and die. That is the title of my ebook. It's funny and it helps you with motivation. So if you guys want that, you can pre-order it now on my website. It's linked on Facebook and Instagram. It's linked everywhere. But let's say you're gonna get your book done in 2019, right? No matter what. Well, that's a big rock. So I would look at either 3 months or 6 months and actually pencil in and set alarms on your phone, or put it on your G calendar if you use a digital calendar, and make sure that you go through and you put in chunks of writing time. You're setting milestones for yourself for your writing time, okay? And you go through and you do that. The other thing is, like, let's set some milestones for family. Like my husband and I talked about a few things that are gonna be like our non-negotiables for our family next year. And so those are the big things that we're gonna put in. Those are the things that are gonna be the big rocks that are gonna be non-negotiable, right? Then you might wanna do it in your fitness, you know, just making sure that there is time on your calendar when you look at it for workouts, however many times a week, or for walking or classes you want to sign up for, or whatever the case may be for fitness. Same thing if you're trying to pay off debt, right? So here's what I hope you're hearing. I'm really only thinking about one thing per area of life, okay? One big thing per area of life. One big stone that we're putting in. And the one that I wanted to tell you, hi Dallas, Tracy, what up? The one thing I wanted to tell you guys is that we often forget about our soul part. So for me, I'm gonna give you a very personal example. You know, we moved to LA in February from Oklahoma, and one time when family was visiting, we went to Santa Monica and we rented bikes and we rode around for like just a couple hours. You guys, I loved it. I loved it so much. I was like a 7-year-old just on my bike exploring. So for next year in Q1, I'm going to write on my calendar every other, I don't know, maybe Friday afternoon. I'll have to decide what's best for my schedule, that I go to the beach. Kelsey, stop what you're doing. Go to beach with your bike and actually ride, right? Because guess what starts to fall off? The stuff like actually reading our Bible in the mornings or actually doing our journaling. Y'all know I'm preaching here. That's what happens. Those things fall off. So when you're looking at the first quarter of the year or the first month of the year, if you don't want to go out that far, I just want to tell you, one big rock for the main areas of your life that you're focusing on. Like if your finances are fine and you're not trying to pay off debt, or you're not, you know, if you are pretty good already at sticking with your budget, then I wouldn't take the time to put that big rock in. You can only have so many rocks, right? So just think about it. For me, with the weight loss thing, I have a rhythm already right now. I'm losing weight, inches are coming off. I don't have to put, you know, some big thing in January and I got to start this. Luckily, I already started. So that's not really considered one of my big rocks. Now, come March, I do want to start some actual weight training and some like lifting and things like that. So after Q1, then I will put that rock, big rock, in my calendar. Is this making sense to you guys? Tristan said, I had started planning for 2019, but Etsy closed my shop after 5 years. Well, I hope you get that figured out. Surely that was just a mistake. I was watching, I had a YouTuber, and they had over 500,000 subscribers, or almost 500,000 subscribers, and their channel just disappeared. And I was like, oh my gosh, the horror. Can you imagine? And she called them or got a hold of them somehow, and they put it back. So I hope, Tristan, that they are able to put that back for you. So you guys, let me know if this is making sense. I feel like what happens is all the little pebbles of things, like things just start flowing in, and then we forget. What have you done to lose weight, and how do you incorporate it into everyday life? You guys can message me the actual system that I use about weight loss. I don't want to take all the time to explain it. in my live stream, but I will tell you that the key is 6 small meals a day. I tend to be the kind of person that would just have coffee until like 1 p.m. and have a smoothie, and then I would be so hungry at dinner time. I ate a gross amount. It was gross. Hi, I'm Kelsey, and I'm gross. I ate a gross amount. I was so hungry. So that's the crux of what was working for me, but you can definitely send me an email or a message. Oh, Tammy's podcast was deleted and then reinstated. I'm so sorry, Tammy. Y'all freaking me out. Y'all freaking me out. I don't understand why that would keep happening. Yeah, everyone's saying, Tristan's so sorry. That sucks. So guys, this is the crux of what I am trying to tell us today, okay? You can only have so many big rocks, and I want you to focus on them. Like for me, you know, I have a few things that I'm focusing on with my brand, but I can't let, for example, you know, I could then get sucked into spending tons of time focusing on, this is an example, commercial auditions. Like every little piece of the business, entertainment, is different. And I could get sucked into spending all of my time and energy just focusing on commercial auditions. When in reality, that is a small pebble in the overall scheme of my goals. I can't let that start to take over. You know, same thing if you're writing a book, like the example we were talking about before, and you know, start to get really into like research for one specific character, and you go down this rabbit hole, and the reality is that is not what you need to be working on to finish your book in 2019, especially not if you're just trying to get into writing momentum, right? So all these little pebbles start to trickle in, and then we don't have room for the big stuff. A lot of people, you guys, do a word for the year. Hey there. Hi, Kathy. A lot of people do a word for the year, and I think that's great. And what I always recommend is that try and apply that word for the year to each area of your life, rather than just having this like vague, my word for the year is going to be sparkle. I'm going to sparkle. Oh, hey, keyboard's on. I'm going to sparkle. What does that? Okay, I'm not making fun of you if that's your word for the year, all right? Obviously, that has to do with confidence and things. If y'all are just joining, how cute is my shirt? Thanks, Mom, for sending that. Did you guys see that on YouTube? Okay, you did. Sorry, I have 3 cameras going. But if your word for the year is sparkle, what does it mean to sparkle as a mom? Or what does it mean to sparkle in your relationship with your family? What does it mean to sparkle when it comes to finances? If that's one of your big things for the quarter of the year, first quarter of the year. Jamie says focus. That's a great one because it sort of serves as a reminder. And again, I would go through and say, okay, what's the big thing that I'm focusing on in each area of my life? Not all areas of our life need work at the same amount of time. You know, some things, it is okay if you're in a rhythm to let that go as far as something that you're going to focus on for the first quarter of the year. And yes, I want, Savvy Feminist says growth. That is a great word. Again, that's kind of vague though. And focus can be kind of vague. You guys got to zero in on what does growth look like for me in my spiritual life? What does growth look like for me in my relationship with my spouse, right? Like we've got to dig in and go a little bit deeper than just having a word for the year. Then I want you to put those big things on your calendar for the first quarter of the year. Get a pretty planner, get a digital something with alerts and alarms, whatever you got to do that works for you. Get something and actually write those things in so that they really happen. Or at least you have a reminder that like, oh yeah, this is what I'm supposed to be working on. Stay in your lane and don't veer off course. Exactly. We always are veering off course. We're always getting distracted. So you guys, I would love if you have a word for the year, or if you started working on like a theme or what your plan for the year is going to be. Have you thought about how that applies to all areas of your life? Have you thought about, okay, what are my few big things for the first quarter of the year? That's what I want you to think about. And I want you to plan it out in some sort of calendar before January 1st, or at least that first week of January. But I personally love to like have start January 1st and like have it already in front of me on a Post-it, on my vision board, you know. Yeah, so I'm so sorry, Tristan. He's using, so yeah. Okay, so guys, I would love to know if you've thought about, do you guys already have a word for the year? Do you already have a goal for the year? Do you already have a theme? Have you thought about what your main big things are for quarter 1? And if you haven't yet, I totally get it, because we're all just scrambling to like order gifts in time for them to arrive at the right place at the right time. Am I right? Can you explain financial goals? Sure. Some financial goals would be to pay off debt. Some financial goals would be to build up a savings. Like maybe you want to have $10,000 safety net savings, right? A financial goal may be to pay off one specific credit card, or a financial goal may be to pay off your house. Andy's word is success. Now, Andy, girl, that's really vague. What does success actually look like? I hope you've sat and thought that out. Okay, success for me looks like this. Logan says finances and fit. Logan Rena, your name might be Rena, I'm not sure. But finances and fit life. See, okay, that is great, but I hope you've really thought about what that means, what it looks like. My big rock is continuing to lose weight. Congratulations, she's lost 15 pounds. You go, girl. Yeah, that is a huge rock. What I learned when I was overhauling my health was I had underestimated how much mental and emotional energy it took to do that. And that's where it's like, if you have a big goal like paying off your house, and you have to be thinking about that actively week after week, that takes some serious like energy, like spiritual energy, emotional energy, physical energy. You're going to be tired, you know, mental energy. So plan for that, for having that, and then don't try and also put on top of that, like, I'm going to pay off a huge credit card in January and I'm going to lose 20 pounds. Like, you'll kill yourself. Freaking mental space. Exactly. It takes up so much mental space. And hopefully what happens is you find a system, you find a way of tackling your goals that starts to take up less mental space because you have a system. So I encourage you, if you're trying to write a book, you know, Google like a writing system where you write X amount every day, you know, a writing system where you spend 1 week doing your outline, you spend the next week doing this, and then you spend the next few weeks writing X amount per day. Like, people have done whatever y'all trying to do. Anything any of us are trying to do has been done. Am I right? So all we have to do is start to do some research on like, how can we find coffee pot, some systems to help us. And then, Andy, it will take up less mental space. My word of the year is focus. Again, guys, focus is a great word, but like, what does that mean? And does that inspire you? The reason I say that is because, I mean, not that you asked, but focus for me doesn't get me pumped. So I would just think about, when I am a focused person, the results of that will be I am not feeling frazzled all the time, right? That would be great to not feel frazzled all the time. So that's what I would focus on, is like, you know, at peace maybe, or something. Like something that's a little bit more gets me inspired and pumped up. Focus is a great tactical word, but is it going to inspire you on a Thursday afternoon when literally everything is going wrong? You know, that kind of thing that you want to keep coming back to it. Yeah, financial goals might be reaching an X amount in your savings or putting X amount in your 401k. Jamie says, I need to stop adding more programs. Yes, yes. One time, I don't think it was my word of the year. I think it was for like a quarter. I just wrote it everywhere. I wrote remove. Just remove. Like, quit adding things. Instead, let's take some things away. Because how can we be good at all of that, right, guys? Okay, well, guys, I have... You can't see it, okay? This is all you can see. But I sent 70 packages out that I had to do the fulfillment myself and all that. And so basically my house is a shipping department mixed with Christmas decorations and kids' toys. So I have to pick up because a video crew is coming soon. And it's bad in here, y'all. It's real bad. So I love you and I hope this helps, okay? Because we tend to think too big, too much. And I just want you to think, okay, what are my big rocks in my top few areas of life, and actually plan it out on a calendar. Like that example I gave you, like if I am not putting, hey, this video, I want to do a video this day, I want to do a video this day, I want to actually go ride my bike at the beach, I want to make sure I take my daughter to do X, You know, because if we think, okay, we'd like to do one family date, let's say you want to do a family ice cream date twice a month. Well, if you don't think through what days those are going to be at the end of the month, you're like, oh man, we haven't done any, right? And so all this is talking about is a little front end, thinking it through. I use erasable pens, which I love, because then I can color code things and I can feel super organized, and then when it all falls apart, I can erase it and move things around. So I used to say, like, do everything in pencil, but pencil is gray, and I'm not about that gray life, okay? So guys, I love y'all. It's easy to get distracted doing 50 projects at once. Again, it sounds like we're all kind of overstimulated, spread too thin. So if you're just joining, I hope you go back and watch the beginning, what we talked about. Guys, if you do struggle with motivation, check out the new ebook. Also, I want you to be in my New Year's video. If you want to be in my epic, amazing, huge, giant, scary, biggest thing I've ever done New Year's video, I want you to be in it. So you can just shoot me your email address and I'll send you the email on how to apply to be in it. Savvy says, what do you think of vision boards? I think that they are actually effective. For a long time, I made fun of vision boards, and I have personally, honestly, my vision board isn't up right now because we moved, excuse me for the armpit shot, y'all, and I haven't printed it. It's a different size, you know, you have to print it out. But I do have it, and I do look at those things often. Okay, Andy, I'll get you on there. But you're going to have to DM me that because I won't be able to see that after this is done. So please DM me your email address, you guys, if you want to know about how to be in the New Year's video. But I think vision boards work. I think vision boards are weird and kooky, and they just seem like a teenage girl cutting things out of magazines, and then they actually work because you are looking at what you want to see in your life regularly. And that's the thing. Like, without vision, the people perish, right? Without having the actual vision somewhere where you can see it, which can be as simple as posting a Post-it note with a keyword for the year on it in a few places around your house. You don't have to go crazy to have an effective system. And as for what a vision board should look like and how it should work, that is so personal. I encourage you to Google effective vision board or vision boards that actually helped me change my life or something like that, and see what kind of things people do. You can also look on Pinterest. Just go, you don't have to have a Pinterest account to go search cool vision boards, effective vision boards that actually help me. Those types of headlines is what you want to search for. I love your suggestions. I'm definitely trying this because I am that person who gets distracted and overwhelmed. Yeah, Shemet, I get distracted and overwhelmed all the time. And guys, if you study successful people, a lot of them are at the point now that they have a team and they've made systems. But you know what? Just like us, it took them years to figure out those systems. It took them years to figure out which things worked best. So for us, I just like to remind us, we're gonna have to do some figuring out. And that means we have to stop, you know, doing 8 million things and instead focus on our top few priorities for our top few areas of life that need work. And then let's just focus on the first quarter of the year. Hi, Dan. Hi, I don't know what that says. But thank you guys for joining. All right, I have to go. Please message me if you want to be involved in my epic New Year's video. You guys, I can't even. I'm in shock about this video. I'm so excited. I am emotional about it. It's the most vulnerable thing I've ever done. And I really hope you will join me. And if you don't want to be in it, but you love my videos, like literally set a reminder on your phone for January 1st, because it's dropping. It's happening. And I'm stressed. I'm stressed out about it. But I'm also super excited. I taught my daughter a new word, nervited. I am nervited most days. Nervous plus excited. Because she had a dance recital and she was like, I'm feeling more than one thing, Mommy. And I was like, yeah, you're nervited. That's fine. It's normal. Totally normal. All right, I love you guys. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. Happy New Year. I will see you. I might like hop on to do a random live stream, but I won't have my regular Monday live streams until January. Follower goals for social media. I haven't even thought that far because numbers just, I want quality over quantity. I haven't thought about that yet, but I will make some numbers goals before the end of the year. All right, guys, love y'all. Now you get to watch me awkwardly end all these videos. Facebook, send me your email address if you want to be in the video, and don't miss it, New Year's Day. And crush your goals. I love y'all. Okay, bye. Okay, end video. Instagram, y'all have a great day. I love you, you're the best. DM me your email address if you want to be involved. Bye-bye. YouTube, peace. How do I end this video? Oh, there we go.